Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Jolly Scarecrows channel. You're with me, Joe, and over here is Ollie. And today I am bringing you the second of our Skull Servant deck series. Ollie featured one last week on the channel, which
Yeah.
played it a bit more straight bat, hence why me not being in the room. I've added a hidden twist, and I've basically made a Skull Servant deck that's based around the Rapture, as prophesized by some religious groups by the name of the Lightsworn. So we have the Lightsworn Summoner and the Hand of the Lightsworn, and basically their job is to try and both be opening plays for the deck in terms of actually how it works, and also to prophesize the coming of the undead, the awakening of the army, and they are prophesizing using things like the Chaos Space to the Chaos Creator. And the Chaos Creator lets you, it's really easy to summon when using the Lights One engine because, of course, that will mill a lot from the deck to the graveyard, and it'll let you special summon um, banished monsters with different names. And as you've seen from Ollie's deck, he used Burial from the Different Dimension to bring back
Yeah.
the banished monsters, whereas this straight away just uses the Chaos Creator to do that. The other cool thing about using Lightsworns is that it's quite easy to summon both Lumina and Raiden on your first turn, and that gives you a synchro summon at level 7, and so you get a choice, especially if you're opening play, of Dawn Dragster to prevent your opponent from using a lot of spells, Black Rose Dragon to nuke the field, and Michael to cast a judgment on a card that your opponent has. And yeah, that can really help this deck, which otherwise struggles with its opening play. If you watch some of Ollie's duels, you'll see he often has to set,
Yeah.
and that can often just mean you get overwhelmed before the deck has any chance to get going. Whereas this can put on some good opening boards. Um, Now, if you watch the last video, there will be some of the information on the combos in that, so I'd urge you to watch that. But basically, the card you want to mill with the Lightsworn is the White Baking, and that will allow you to essentially get your King of the Skull Servants out after a few kind of turns
Yeah.
moves, with about 2,000, 3,000 attack, and you slowly try and build from there. And what else have we got in this deck? So we've got Mizuki in this deck as a difference. So this is really nice. We always want to try and mill Mizuki because it allows you to try and bring back one of your zombies, so you can keep making plays. We've got Charge of the Light Brigade, which is your main searcher for your Lightsworn, so you kind of always want to see this in your opening hand. What I like about the Spell and Trap lineup is that so many of the cards are incredibly fitting with the theme. So things like Solemn Judgment, Called by the Grave, Reasoning, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, all of these have artwork and effects that are in keeping with a rapturous revival of zombie theme. The deck definitely uses its extra deck much more than the previous one, so I'll take you through that.
Yeah.
So I've gone through the ones you're immediately going to get off with the Lightsworn. Obviously, you've also got a Unizombie in here as a tuner, and that can level up, so you can quite easily go into Chaos Ruler, which obviously works by adding, by excavating lighter darks, and then you can add them back to your hand and send the remaining ones to the graveyard. So this is really good. This is the kind of perfect deck to use Chaos Ruler in. The Draco Berserker is basically, an anti-effect monster card if you're up against a deck that's using that. We have some level 8 Xyz monsters for using the Chaos Creator, and also you'll be able to get there basically with one of the synchros. So Hyokblade basically is just a quick negate, similar with Hope Harbinger for against spells. Ingredients, we know all these are kind of the generic level 8s. We've got in case you get 2 Raiden, you can bring out Minerva, and if you get 2 Lumina, you can bring out Dante, which has an excavation effect. Your generic Nightmares, and then Avenged Savior, which I think was in Ollie's deck.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Well, this works quite well for milling out your Mizuki. So basically, if it battles an opponent's monster, you can mill a zombie, and your opponent's monster will lose attack. So it can struggle in Skull Servant decks because they don't have high level. But so, for example,
No.
Mizuki, your opponent's monster will lose 800 attack, which should mean this can get over most reasonably low level things. Plus, you get the special summon effect immediately after, if you so choose. So that's really handy. Got a Link Rebo, just in case you're just left with a level 1 white bacon on the field or something. And Acquiescer just because it's good, and this deck can actually summon quite a few monsters. Yeah, I think that's all to say. Maybe Reasoning I should have a special mention for. This could be a really nice draw because unlike some, even if your opponent knows what you're running, actually there's a really good spread of levels in this. So, they're actually the most common is 3. Often they don't realize that. So you're quite often hitting 3 off it, which is actually pretty handy. Chaos Space I should mention as well. So basically, you can send a light or dark to add a light or dark, but you have to switch theme. So what you want to be doing is, because the dark you're trying to add is the Chaos Creator, so you want to be sending a light. And so that could either be Lumina, it could be Raiden, or White Princess. So, in a pinch, I guess you could use it to get a dark monster in the graveyard, but really you want to be targeting a light monster to get that Chaos Creator. Okay, hopefully that should explain most of the deck, along with the rerun of some of the duels we had on our Twitch channel. If you want to see more things like that, please go over there, and we will continue our Halloween theme of decks over the next few weeks. So
Yep, I
stay
really hope
tuned
so.
for
Yeah.
those. Yeah. Sayonara.